Hey, cards, this is Mr. Keenan. Happy Wednesday, happy homeroom day. You know me, I'm one of your top four favorite assistant principals here in Cardinal Country. Listen, I know it's only January, but we are going to talk class registration for the 23-24 school year. Can you believe that? Now, listen, we start this process early because we want to give you all the best opportunity to get the course you want and need for next year. But before we begin the scheduling process, there are a few things that we want to share with you. Now, today, I'm going to share with you our timeline for course registration. You're going to receive some course registration materials, and I'm going to review those with you as well as share other resources that you want to utilize during this process. Finally, we're going to discuss a few other things for you to consider when you are deciding what classes to register for. So again, like I said, here's our timeline. It's January 25th today. You are going to learn about the scheduling process today. 1 week from today, Wednesday, February 1st, you are actually going to log into IC during your second period class and register for your classes. On that day, we will run a 2A, 2B bell schedule to ensure that you have enough time to do this. On that day, seniors, since you will not have to register for classes at Thomas, you will be meeting with Mr. Scully and others in the auditorium for a senior presentation. So, your course registration materials. What I need you to do is take out your Chromebooks, go to Schoology, and click on Class of page. Teachers, go ahead and pause this video until everyone has done this. Open up your Chromebooks, go to Schoology, and click on your Class of page. Pause. All right, welcome back. So everybody should have their Schoology page up, your Class of, whatever that is. And you should see on there something called the course registration letter. All right, so that will look like this. This is basically a narrative of what this presentation is right now. You can read this on your own later. I wanted to make sure that you knew where it was. It has quality information for you that you will need to use when preparing what courses you want to register for. The next thing is a course registration card. You're going to see that on there. This is really important. We're going to reference this later. You're actually going to get your own copy today. Your teacher is going to give that to you later. But this is also on the Schoology page as well. And this presentation is on there, so you see that. Additionally, there's some links to some course registration materials that you're going to want to reference maybe on your own. We've got a graduation requirement link there for you, course description link, and then also course planning. So if you want to know more about classes, you go to this one right here. Okay, let's talk about graduation requirements real quick. Now that you know what all your resources are, you've got the registration letter, you've got the registration card, and you've got those websites. Now you need to start thinking about maybe what courses am I going to register for, okay? And to get into that mindset, you got to think about what do I need in order to be able to graduate. You need 20 credits to graduate. And again, like I just said, if you're wondering what credits you already have, you're in a good frame of mind right now. You want to do that, what you do is you go to IC, you click on Documents right here, and then it'll have your transcript. So that's how you can identify how many and what course credits you already have. Now, now that you know that you need 20 credits, you can receive a PE waiver for participation in band and athletics. Make sure you talk to your school counselor about that. You need to make sure that you fulfill a financial literacy requirement, and that's explained a little bit more detail in that letter. But that financial literacy requirement, it's a state requirement, it can be met by taking one of 3 courses at Thomas: economics and personal financial literacy, that's in our social studies department; independent living, financial wellness, that's through our family consumer science department; and then personal financial management through our business department. So when deciding what courses you want to take next year, you need to take a look at what courses you currently have credits for and will get credit for. So utilize that on Infinite Campus. Next, also wanted to let everybody know that we have a wide variety of AP classes here available to our students. In most cases, if you didn't know this, you can actually earn college credit by scoring a 3 or higher on most of those exams. We also have College Credit Plus here. Did you know that you can actually take a college course while enrolled at TWHS? It's through this College Credit Plus program. If you are interested in this, you have to turn in your intent to participate form by April 1st to Mr. Court. This is really important that you meet this deadline because there really aren't a whole lot of exceptions. So you might be wondering, well, so you don't have to necessarily know what CCP class you want to take, but if you want to participate, you have to turn that form in. If you're wondering what CCP classes are out there, here you go. There are some that are taught by Columbus State professors and others that are taught by our own amazing Thomas Worthington teachers. Okay, next, I feel like I'm going really fast. I'm going to slow it down for you a little bit. Teachers, at this point, pause the video and distribute the registration card so every student has a registration card. All right, thanks, teachers. If you haven't done so yet, students, put your name on it right now. Listen, this is an immensely helpful resource to you. This is a list of all the classes that we offer at TW. It's from this list that you're going to pick your courses that you want to take next year. Check out the back side of the document real quick. There are junior and senior options, such as late arrival or release. You need a parent signature for that. It also means that you have to have your own transportation. You will not be in school during this period. Let's take a look at the lunch options together. Since you're not an incoming freshman, you should be familiar with our lunch options already, but let's look at it together. As you know, our lunch option periods are split in half with an A and a B. So 4A, 4B, 5A, 5B, like that. The full period academic prep lunch. Just a reminder, what that is, that's where you get your lunch, you go to the cafeteria, get your lunch, and you go to a classroom where you're going to remain for both AB periods. So eat your lunch in the classroom and remain there for both A and B. So select this option if you don't want to be in the cafeteria. Next is the lunch oxygen option. You will be assigned to the cafeteria for one of the periods, A or B, and then assigned to the oxygen or large space for the other half of the period. Select this option if you want to be active for 20 minutes in the oxygen. Lunch prep. Lunch prep is where you're going to be assigned to the cafeteria for one of the periods, A or B, and then assigned to a classroom the other half of the period. So select this option if you want a quiet space opposite of being in the cafeteria. Please make sure that you are requesting a lunch option for both semesters. All right, students, this document that you have in front of you is going to be your guide in selecting your courses on Infinite Campus next week, February 1st, during registration. You're actually going to turn this registration card in to your second period teacher after you complete the registration process next week. Now, our schedules are going to be finalized over the summer and ready for you to be picked up in August. Okay, so you have all the resources you need. I've taken you through the timeline. What are your next steps? Your job over the next week is to look over all the materials and resources that we've given you. You should probably even have a conversation with your parents. Talk to your teachers about what courses you think that you'd like to take. Get their opinion and insight. Come prepared next week by having the course registration card all filled out. So what you have in your hand right now, that registration card, you should have it marked up. What classes, you want to have all your classes identified. Know what courses you need to and want to take, and have that ready. On February 1st, during second period, you will log into Infinite Campus and register for your classes. You will need your Chromebook. I will walk you through this process. Yes, another awesome video, and your teacher will be there to assist you. Sometime after you register, in the month of February, you will meet with your counselor to make sure everything is good to go. You do not need to sign up to see your counselor. They will find you. Last slide, people. Stay with me. Again, 1 week from today is our big registration day. If you miss school that day, you can still complete this process. You can do it on your own. Remember, all of the resources that we showed you on Schoology. It is your responsibility to make sure that you have registered for your classes. Make sure that you bring your Chromebook and your completed registration card next Wednesday, February 1st, to complete this process. That's it. If you have any questions, ask your second period homeroom teacher right now. Make it a great day.